Hello everybody, Matt here on the planet, and today we are in Sweden for the Gothenburg Marathon. We're actually here a couple of days early, which is good to get used to the place, and just walking into the expo to go and pick up the race bib. So we arrived in Sweden earlier on at the airport, but our bags didn't, so that's the first time I've ever lost my bags. It come with KLM, so usually KLM are alright, but what I did do, put my running kit, so my race day running kit, so I've got my running shoes, I've got my shorts, got my t-shirt, got my band, got my gloves, got my glasses, got everything I need for race day, apart from the gels and nutrition. So hopefully, they told me it's on its way, it's coming, but we'll just have to see. So I'm going to buy some gels anyway. I think it'd be quite good to buy some gels and try out some Swedish gels in the either if not this weekend, we'll try them out another time. So it might be quite interesting. So quite good, isn't it? You can do obviously loads of kit to buy. They've got coffee there. Looks like they're doing a VO2 max test or something up on the Garmin. I've done one of those. If you look on the channel, you can see me doing that when we went to Japan. Did that one. That was good. So if you want, you could have had your running form checked here. You could have done a VO2 max test. You can buy all your gels and stuff like that you need. There is a few bits of clothes and stuff, but not as many as you might have thought. Yeah, let's have a look around. We'll speak to you shortly.
Good morning. So it's effectively the first day we're walking up in Sweden, the day before race day, and we're just getting used to the breakfast, because I will be eating breakfast in here tomorrow before we go to the race, because it starts at 11 o'clock, so it's a really good start time in that respect. I prefer it to start earlier, but I suppose we are an hour ahead, so that's kind of like 11 o'clock start time here. That'll be 10 o'clock in the UK, so kind of what we're used to, so I'll take it back. And then we have breakfast, got sausage, bacon, eggs, beans, croissants, got some sliced cold meats, smoked ham, looks really nice actually, a little bit of salad stuff, obviously got some coffee and things like that, so getting charged up, and we're going to go out for a little shakeout run shortly this morning. One of the new things I'm trying is not to actually do a warm-up. Most people will be quite shocked on that, but I'm not going to do a morning shakeout run. So obviously this is the training marathon. So before the race, we'll be just going straight up there. We do some stretching, some light movements, dynamic work, but other than that, I won't be doing any pre-race shakeout before the marathon. We'll see how that goes. Right, speak to you soon. So yesterday we arrived here 12:30. Flight was a little bit late coming in, but we came from Newcastle to Amsterdam and had about an hour and 40 minutes transit time. The plane probably took off 20 minutes later than it was supposed to do. So then we arrived here like kind of just after 12, something like that. By the time we got down to the baggage section, it was probably about 1 o'clock. But at that point, all the bags had arrived that were arriving, and the belt had stopped, and our suitcases weren't on the belt, unfortunately. So, but I wasn't stressed out. Normally I would be quite stressed out by something like that, especially going to a race weekend. So you were arriving on the Friday, we got the Saturday, and then the race day on the Sunday morning, so you really need all your kit. Wasn't stressed out at all, because I put all my race day kit in the bag. So there's my race day shoes, got my glasses, got my shorts, got my t-shirt, got everything, got at least one of every piece of item that I was going to wear. The only stuff I didn't, the only thing I took a risk with was with the nutrition. So all my gels that I've got there, all the salt tablets and stuff like that, and I'll have to start taking some of those today actually. Today's a Saturday. Drink mix and stuff like that to get the energy up. Even my recovery mix and me recovery mix, my shaker bottle, all that I put in the suitcase and took a small risk. I'm gonna have to go to the Expo or somewhere and find some gels anyway. If I haven't got what I need. So we did go to the Expo. Really quite good, because I got off and bought some gels. My suitcase actually arrived late last night at 11 o'clock, so we probably waited about 10 hours for the suitcase to actually get to us, which isn't bad at all. So well done to KLM for sorting that out for us. But we managed to pick up 3 brands of gels. So we've got this Vitago stuff. That's that one there. We've got some orange, that was a blackcurrant one. We've got some lime ones, we've got some orange ones. These ones feel like they're a bit thicker. We're kind of getting towards the kind of mortar-y consistent gel. The lady we spoke to seemed like a bit of a specialist and just explains that they've been around before Morton. They're a Swedish brand, and I potentially would have used those in the race today. However, I do have the Morton stuff with us now, so I'm not sure whether I'm actually going to use those. I might try one. I'm going to go out for a small shakeout run shortly and see what that's about. We've got this. This is very interesting. Sports drink. This is what you would use instead of kind of the likes of the Morton. It's got a load of electrolytes in as well, which the Morton stuff doesn't have. So I'd be interested to try that out. I don't think I'll be trying that out this weekend. That'll be something else for the future, I think. I've also got some of this U-gel stuff. So they're kind of seem like there's different flavours. This one they do cola. I think there's a tropical one they do as well, or a lemon one, but they didn't have any more of those left. That's sold out. That's a raspberry flavour one, but it's really kind of squidgy, like really watery. So it's kind of like let's say the Cis Gel ones, the basic ones, not the beta ones, just the standard ones, I should say. So it'd be interesting to try that out. And we've got some electrolyte tablets. Very much similar to the High Five ones that I use, but probably not quite as strong as the Precision ones. So that's something else we'll be trying out at some point. And then we've got this Enervit brand. So this is really interesting. So they've got, we took a deal which gives you a full race plan. So you've got, let's start with the electrolyte tablets or salt tablets. You get 12 of those, and through a marathon they expect you to take, or they tell you to take, one every 20 minutes. So you're supposed to take the pre-sport first, so you take that on your start line just before you start the race. 40 minutes in, you can switch over to a solid fuel, which they haven't given me the solid fuel one. They've given me an extra gel, which actually, I think it's just a mistake when they put it together in the bag, because I was asking for them to change the gels for different ones. We've obviously made a mistake there, but that's fine. They'll switch you over to a jelly one like that, so that'll be the first one you take in the race. And then it's a case of every 40 minutes taking a gel. So you've got this one here, which is a lime flavour. I think they're all the same, 40 grams of carbs. And then I've got 2 orange ones as well. So one of these should be a solid fuel, but they've obviously made a mistake and given me 3 gels instead of 2 and no solid fuel, but I'm actually quite happy with that. I think there might have been a mistake in the translation actually, and I was actually asking them to change the flavour of the gels, and I think they misunderstood me and actually wanted me to swap out the chew for the gels. So by my bag getting lost by KLM, it's been interesting. It's forced me to go and spend a fortune on gels and other stuff and other products. But I potentially was going to buy a few bits anyway, probably just not as much as this. And dinner in the hotel last night, we had a, what was it called, pompadilli? Something like that. So pompadilli pasta. So it was basically no meat in the pasta, and it was kind of had an olive oily taste, tomatoes, mozzarella, and that big thick stringy tagliatelle stack pasta, pompadilli I think it's called. But anyway, that was very, very nice, reasonably priced for hotel food as well, and enough of it that I might potentially use that tonight for the race meal. So if we can't find anything else today or this evening to eat that we feel comfortable with as a race day meal, that was, I think, the meal that we go with. It went down really, really well. Didn't feel any issues with it this morning, and obviously give us loads of carbs, so probably going to try that too as well. So that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching. We're going to go out and do a little bit of a shakeout run today. As I said, I won't be doing a warm-up, like an early morning warm-up before the race tomorrow, which is something I'm trying out new. This is a training marathon for me. I'm trying new things. One of them I've heard by some trainers that if you're running somewhere between a 3 hours and a 4 hours marathon, you don't need to do a warm-up, you just need to do some stretching, dynamic stretching. So we're going to go out and run down on the riverside for a little bit, not too far from our hotel, and probably do 2 or 3 kilometers, and then that'll be it. And then tomorrow morning I won't be running kind of like 3 or 4 hours before the marathon starts. So what I'm thinking there is that obviously I'm starting to use up my energy really early. Usually what I do is go out and run about 2 kilometers, 1 kilometer very easy, 1 kilometer marathon goal pace, but I get the body working, and it means I start the race really comfortably, and it does work normally that way. But what I'm thinking is I'm using up the energy stores and get my body to push all the glycogen out of the body really early in the morning before I start the race. So the idea is then, can we do it slightly differently, not have a proper warm-up, but use the first couple of kilometres of the race as a warm-up, and then drift into marathon pace as we go along for that. We'll try that tomorrow and we'll see what happens. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you in the race tomorrow.